Hey y'all, this is Brittany from Southern Crafts DIY, and I want to say hey to all my returning viewers and welcome any new viewers. So if you follow me on social media, which the links are down below, you'll have seen a list of everything needed for today's project. And I'm super excited to try this. I've played around with these before a little bit and I wasn't too crazy about how it worked, so I'm going to see if I can do a better job this time. So I'm going to jump on in and show you what's needed for today's project. The first thing you're going to need some kind of wood. I got this from Dollar Tree. I mean, not Dollar Tree. I got this from Walmart on clearance. I didn't pay a lot. You can get a piece of wood straight out of Dollar Tree for $1.25. It doesn't have to look like this, but this is what I have to work with, so this is what I'm going to use. So you need that. You're going to need some black paint and this dragonfly glaze. It is gold, red, violet shift. So you're going to need those two. And then you're going to need these, some kind of Revlon transfer. I'm using these because I think the colors will work really well with this, hopefully. Hopefully it doesn't overpower it. I think it'll work. And we're going to try it and find out. So let's jump into the first. Also, you can play around with your butterflies, that if you have anything like that or something. So let's jump in and we'll get started. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to paint this black. So I'm just going to jump in and go ahead and do that. And I'm not too concerned. I'm just trying to get it painted. So I'm flicking black everywhere, y'all. This is hilarious on my part. So when doing this, I'm literally just trying to get it done. So let me try to dry this off a little bit. Okay, it should still be attached, okay. So, as you can see, it's dry. I'm going to try to finish my painting. Now, I'm not too concerned about it. You know, it's just supposed to be a real quick paint job. You know, you don't have to make everything perfect. I tend to try to perfect my stuff, but you don't have to. I'm getting black paint all over my table, so bear with me, y'all. How good this is working. I touched it on something and sure enough, it came right off. Seems to be okay. I'm going to go ahead and do the whole thing because I got black on the bottom. You don't have to. I'm not going to do the whole thing with the other paint. But I tend to try to at least make it look somewhat nice. So if I've made a mess, I tend to go the whole route with it, you know? Just because, I don't know, I like my stuff to look nice and uniform. As nice and uniform as I can get it. So, I've told y'all before, y'all don't have to go this route if y'all don't want to. If y'all only want to do the front, then be my guest. But, I don't know, it just makes it look more of a finished product if you do it this way. I don't think anybody would hold it to you if you don't. I mean, it's your vision of how you want it to look. So, once it's finished, I'll show you what it looks like all together. Alright, now that that's dry, I'm going to use my Dragonfly glaze for the top. I just thought this looked really good together when I did on something, so I'm going to see if this still works the way it did when I was looking at it. Yes. So, I'm just going to paint this with this. It gives it a metallic-y color and it's really cute. I like it. Oops. I had this. I didn't know this was what it was, so I've never really worked with glaze before. I treat it just like paint, so I don't know if I'm doing it right or not, but I really don't care. You know? That sounds bad. You know, it is what it is, but I just want it to look nice, you know? I'm not one for always doing what you're supposed to do with stuff, because a lot of times I don't know I'm not doing it right. So, let's get this on here. I'm doing the same thing with this I did with the last one. I'm getting it all over the place. So I'm going to treat it just like paint. I like that. I think it looks pretty cool. Alright, so I'm going to dry that also, and we'll go from there. Alright, nice. Alright, so that's that. Now we're going to move on to the next step. Alright, y'all, so I'm going to attempt to do this. Hopefully it works. It's been a while since I've done this, so let's try. So So I'll put this right here, and I'm gonna scrape it off. It's kind of like a Cricut stuff. So hopefully I get this. I'm just trying right now, I don't know. It's been a while since I've done this, y'all. So I think it's got to start looking clear, and once it looks clear, you're good. Let's see how it's looking. Okay, it's getting there. So I am doing it right. Hold on a second. Having technical difficulties here. And just slowly pick it up so you can check to make sure it is done just like you would the Cricut, the vinyl. And there's that. I think it came out pretty good. I think I did a pretty good job. Alright, so I'm going to do that with the rest of it. So, this is just, you know, to do something a little different. So it's not all the same. You know what I'm saying? So just bear with me. I'll show you how I do it again one more time. The whole point, I think, is it's got to be clear. Once again. So, let's see where I'm going with it. Oh, that one worked a lot faster. Alright, so I will show you the last step. I'm going to put the other two on there and then I'll show you the next piece. Alright, y'all, so that's this part. I mean, you don't have to go any further than this if you don't want to. It looks amazing. There was one little part here that the butterfly popped, so it went like that, but it looks great. You wouldn't even know unless I pointed it out, really. So you can stop there, or you can do what I'm going to do next. And I'm going to take this butterfly I got from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to stick it here just to give it another, just a different pop of color. You know, so it doesn't all look the same. And it gives it some height and dimension. So there's that. Ooh, and if you tilt it, it's like got a purple sheen because it's that red violet stuff. So pretty cool. Love it. So that is technically it. Now what I'm going to do, just to make sure that they don't come off because it says stickers, I'm going to go ahead and Mod Podge it. Just to make sure, because I like to make sure my stuff don't come off. So that's just an extra step. I don't know why I shook that. So you don't have to do this part, but this is something I want to do, so bear with me, please. So I'm going to go over the whole top just to make sure it's an even coat and it doesn't look weird when it dries. So that is my next step. So and yes, I'm going to do the whole butterfly just to make sure, because I don't want any problems. Alright, so that is it for this project. I absolutely love doing it. Of course, I got to let it dry, but that's not a big deal. And if you liked it, please, please, please like, share, subscribe, and comment down below because it does help my channel to grow. And I will see y'all next time. Bye. Thank you.